My name is Jason Groves. I'm 47 years old. I'm the marketing director at Clearfork Bank and also have a nonprofit called Refuge Ranch. I completed an Ironman really because I saw a friend that posted about it about 6 months beforehand, and I was looking and praying for a goal that was bigger than me, that I believe would be impossible to really see what is possible within myself. So I've been a member of the Hendrick Health Club and love it here. I've always seen the cycling class, but never have entered that until I committed to do an Ironman. And I didn't have the money for a bike. And so I started going to the classes. I thought, okay, this is about as good as I can do right now. And I found out they were challenging. They helped me tremendously. And the camaraderie, doing that with other people, it was amazing. And also with the Ironman, you really have to carve out a lot of hours. It almost turns into a part-time job, just training. And so the convenience of just coming here at my lunch hour, getting a session in, was really beneficial. When I started cycling at Hendrick, I started with the classes. They're about 40 minutes long with a group of people and a live instructor. So that was a blast. I really enjoyed that. It helped me learn how to even set up my bike and how to do basic things, you know, how to stand, where to put my hands. I had no idea before that. And so after that, as things progressed, I started doing more of the virtual classes as well. And then as I got closer to the competition itself, I would have to do double workouts every day. And so I do the sprint classes, which is shorter, like 30-minute sessions where you can really get in there and get in a fast workout that's really strenuous. Great thing about the cycling at Hendrick is that you don't have to have all the gear, all the professional gear, or even biking shoes to be a part of it. Whenever I started, my shoes were running shoes. They were at least 3 years old, literally had holes in the tops of them. Ron and I were friends and we teased back and forth about that. But you can really show up as you are. Anybody can show up to class, doesn't matter fitness level, gear, anything like that, and just test it out, have a great time. And you can also go at your own pace. You can go slower or easier, or you can go harder depending on what you want to do. One of the cool things that happened just by developing camaraderie at a health club is that I was in the locker room telling a guy about, doing the Ironman and how I was looking for a bike. And I was just having conversation, and out of nowhere, another gentleman came up and said, "Hey, I've got a bike in my garage and you're welcome to train with it and use it for the Ironman." And I was shocked, and he was an incredible guy, same height, just the perfect bike I needed. It wasn't the newest bike in the world, but it was a bike, and he let me borrow that. And since then, he actually gave me the bike. I offered to pay for it, and he just said, "No, just give it to somebody else whenever I'm done with it." And so it really encouraged me to have people who join me on the journey. And that same individual, he was tracking me the day of the event, seeing how I was doing. And so we really formed a good friendship through that. Great thing about the cycling class is it can prepare you for any type of competition. For example, I trained out in Buffalo Gap on the hills quite a bit. And the cycling class here helped me develop the core muscles and the ability to stand up and really push in as I'm going up hills. I really believe that the training I had here at the health club was more powerful than the actual rides outside. I like the rides outside more. They're more interesting, more fun for me, but the true training happened here at the health club, and that allowed me to go out and perform on the road. Something that was funny to me is that there were a few people I mentioned that I was doing an Ironman, and they said, "Oh, that's great, especially at your age." and I'm 47. I don't feel like I'm that old. But I do think that's a mental block, a barrier many people put on themselves. I don't think anybody's too old to get out and go after things that are physical, whether it's cycling. I think cycling is a great thing for people of all ages, especially more seasoned people, because you're on a bike, you have movement, and you can take it at your own speed. So my next thing is called the Picnic. It's up in Wyoming at Jackson Hole, and basically it's a triathlon, but instead of the run at the end, you climb a mountain, one of the Grand Tetons, one of the largest mountains there. So you basically bike, I forgot how many miles, to a lake called Jenny Lake, and then you swim across the lake, and then you have to wear a wetsuit because it's snow melt, and then you climb up the mountain. It is technical, so you have to have ropes and everything, and then you come back down and reverse it all. So I want to do it this summer, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pull off the technical aspects with the ropes, so probably next summer.